When I'm with you, baby, body tight, I lace you. Rock it right, I pace you. Take you on my spaceship. Turn your lights out with the lights on. Getting faded with my lady, about to get right on. Sitting on cloud 9, we blowing the temp. Vibing, you got a hot that just wouldn't relent. Gas in the tank, gas in the zip. Love to show you all because your presence is a gift. Let the smoke hit the sky, baby, open the vents. They can't hold your shine, baby, roll down the tents. You're so classy.
So we drive slow inside the twilight zone. Yeah, we blow smoke, and now we going ghost. So we drive slow inside the twilight zone. Yeah, we blow smoke, and now we going ghost, going ghost.
Big shout out to Nung. Huge shout out to Hakeem Williams. This is Twilight by Nung featuring Lucid. But we're back for hour number 2. Do the recap for the Southern Conference. First hour we did the recap for the Northern Conference. Congratulations to all the winners of that week and all the winners of the awards. Of course, the awards will be featured on the Never Tuck Your Town Radio IG page, along with the VOH Basketball IG page. So be on the lookout for that. All of the games that were played, all the highlights, all the stats are available on the VOH Basketball page and also on the Never Tuck Your Town Radio page. So please be sure to follow both of those pages. That's at VOH Basketball. That's VOH BASKETBALL. And Never Tuck Your Town Radio, which is NEVERTUCKYOURTOWNRADIO. So that's VOH Basketball and Never Tuck Your Town Radio. Please be sure to follow both of those. And, of course, show your support by liking whatever we post. Leave your comments. We are always looking to engage with the listeners, supporters, followers, all that. But now, let's get into the games. Let's get into the recap. The first game I got here, I told you it's not in no particular order, so don't kill me or don't come after me. Oh, that wasn't the first game played. That wasn't the second game played. That was the third game played. Right now, I'm just recapping all the games for the Southern Conference that were played. Huge shout out to Team Insatiable. They played the Drivers. Team Insatiable is currently 2-3. The Drivers are 1-4. The score was 82-64. Standouts for Team Insatiable were Mr. Robinson, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Another standout was Howie Wowie, 15 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Another standout for Insatiable is M. Easy, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and of course, team captain, CEO of Insatiable Productions, Teen Wolf. Happy belated birthday. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. And of course, the Drivers had one standout. I mean, when he came to play, I had no idea who the kid was. I had no idea who were on the New York Drivers, but now we have a new name alert. I mean, he came out, balled out, so he deserved the name. His name is Pablo Plenty. 23 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He did his thing, but wasn't enough to keep Insatiable. You heard how many of the standout players were there for Insatiable. They were playing like a team. They were moving the ball, finding their guys, and playing Team Insatiable basketball. So they came out with the victory. Team Insatiable, as I said prior, is currently 2-3, and the NY Drivers are 1-4. Expect to see the divisional standings and the conference standings updated for everybody definitely tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. A huge game for the Southern Conference that took place. It was between, it was rivalry week as well. Big game for rivalry week. It was the Family versus 48-2. Both of these teams were undefeated. One team was looking to continue their winning ways. Another team had to take the loss because that's the way the game of basketball is played. Currently, matter of fact, let me tell you what the score was. The score was 60-57. the family, who won by 3. The standouts for the family were B.A., the L's are silent, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Boogeyman had 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. And the General, he had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Those are the standouts for the family, who are currently at 5-0. And of course, the standout for 48 Till and an honorable mention for Defensive Player of the Week. The only reason why he didn't win it is because his team lost. But APE, 14 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. That man was being a beast, a havoc in the paint. So huge shout out to APE of 48 Till. Keep balling out, brother. You probably will get another opportunity to get that Defensive Player of the Week. Another insatiable game. It was against the Roadrunners. Team Insatiable against the Roadrunners. This game was really, really good. I'm not sure if they're familiar with each other. It was a 1-point game. The Roadrunners won. It was 57-56. Now both of their records are 2-3. So now you know who has the tiebreaker over Team Insatiable. But the standouts for the Roadrunners, and one of the players that I had at the top of the list for players to watch was Russ Skilson. Russ Skilson had 29 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Another standout for Roadrunners was Big 12. He had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And of course, Trappin' Z, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. And the standout for Team Insatiable was the one and only Mr. Robinson. He had 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. As I stated prior, both teams are now 2-3, so that's going to be interesting when I put out the Southern Conference rankings to see where everyone falls. You know what I mean? Another Southern Conference game that was, I wasn't sure how to predict this game. I did have Paisano's Pizza winning, but I wasn't sure about how many points. It was Paisano's Pizza versus Synergy. Currently, Paisano's Pizza is 3-2. Synergy is now 1-4. Of course, the winner was Paisano's Pizza by 30. The score was 93-63. The standouts for Paisano's Pizza was Major Money with 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. 3 of these with 19 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. And Return of the Mac, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. I like Paisano's Pizza's core guys because you include those 3 guys I just mentioned and then Mozgov in the paint. They can really, really be trouble for any team that's sleeping on them. So don't sleep on Paisano's Pizza. They're currently 3-2. The standout for Synergy was Jay Mysterio Jr. He came out and balled out. He had 31 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. The only thing that's terrible about that is that he had 31 points in the loss. You know what I mean? I would love to see like Project Pat on the standouts. I would love to see Milkman on the standouts with Jay Mysterio Jr. And I think that'll probably change things around for Synergy. That's something they have to figure out on their own. You know what I mean? I'm just giving my 2 cents. Right now, the next game is, of course, we got Paisano's Pizza again. We got Paisano's Pizza versus Synergy. This right here was a good matchup as well. Paisano's Pizza comes out on top. They win by 6 points. Score was 65-59. Standouts for Paisano's Pizza. Major Money, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And, of course, Return of the Mac, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. And the standouts for the Roadrunners, which is shocking to me. It only shows that there's only one standout, and that was Slim Cooks at 19 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. One thing I could say about this game, from remembering what I was watching, there was a lot of smart basketball being played, a lot of ball movement from both sides. The only thing that happened was the Roadrunners started to play a little more one-on-one basketball or one-pass shoot type of basketball, and that's not going to help you do anything or get the dub for you, especially against a team like Paisano's Pizza, who I just mentioned that if 3 of those guys, for example, Major Money, Return of the Mac, and 3 of these, if they're constantly their scorers and Mozgov is in the paint to clean up any of their mess, they're going to punch a lot of teams in the mouth. So that's one of the teams I'm watching. And another team that I'm watching very closely, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on them, The team that I'm watching very closely, their record is currently 4-1. Huge shout out to All for One. A lot of your supporters let me know that you should have been on that list for players to watch. I apologize for not getting you on that list. I only seen about 2 games of Chocolate Factory. And every time I heard your name come up. So huge shout out to All for One. The Chocolate Factory was victorious over Synergy. 3-point victory. Chocolate Factory is currently 4-1. And Synergy, as I stated prior, is 1-4. The standouts for Chocolate Factory is, of course, the one and only All for One. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Another standout was Double Deuce. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And another standout is King Tut. 10 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And, of course, the standout for Synergy is, again, their point guard, Jay Mysterio Jr. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. As I was stating prior about Synergy, they got to have guys like Milkman and Project Pat step up in order for them to, win out the rest of their games, because at this point they're 1-4. They can't afford to lose any more games, especially if they want to be in the playoff conversation, because at this point, I believe there's a few teams that are like 1-4 and 0-5. Like the 0-5 teams, I'm not sure how things are going to work out for you. It all depends on all the teams that are currently like 2-3 and 3-2. Everyone else that's like undefeated or like 4-1, 3-1, sitting pretty, you have nothing to worry about. But if you're like 1-4, 2-3 as well, you can't afford to lose any more games. You have to win every single game that you play from here on out. And for some of y'all, the schedule does not get any easier. It probably gets tougher than what you had to deal with prior. So, think about that if you are a 2-3 team or a 1-4 team. Even the 3-2 teams. Look at your schedule. See how it may pan out. And then that playoff race is going to be crazy for those teams that are like 2-3, 1-4, and they start winning. You know what I mean? Those 3-2 teams might have to look down behind them and be like, whoa, we need to step it up. You know what I mean? As I said prior, the undefeated teams, y'all are good. The teams that only got 1 loss, y'all are good. Something I do want to announce. The Blast Podcast rankings will be announced next Saturday. I will be having my brother with me of Last Life Gaming Network. Huge shout out to Bravo. We are going to announce the top 8 teams of VOH Basketball. When I say the top 8 teams, that's both Northern and Southern Conference. Most likely, those top 8 teams are going to make the playoffs if they remain in that top 8. It will change every week, so every win, every loss will affect your positioning in the Blast Podcast rankings. So, definitely stay tuned for that. Huge shout out to my younger brother. Huge shout out to Bravo of Last Life Gaming Network. Please be sure to follow him on Instagram. That's at @last_life gaming. And his YouTube channel is Last Life Gaming Network. You should see the red and black controllers. It's controller. It's a great logo. Easy to find. Last Life Gaming Network. Straightforward, straight like that. But now, since we were just talking about Last Life Gaming Network, let's get into the Southern Conference Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week. Southern Conference Offensive Player of the Week wasn't hard for me. Wasn't hard for me to pick at all. It goes to the Roadrunners, Russ Skilson. 29 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and his team got the victory. I don't know what more can I say about Russ Skilson. Every game I've watched him play, and I've watched the Roadrunners probably like 3 times already, I think. Every game, win or lose, he's playing his hardest. No matter what, no one could ever say that he did not leave his game on the court. He did not do what he had to do to help his team win. That's why I had him, not just because of his stats, but I had him out there as one of the players to watch, because no matter who he's playing against, he doesn't care who it is, he's going to go out there and ball up. So Russ Skilson, huge shout out to you. You are this week's Offensive Player of the Week for the Southern Conference and for the Defensive Player of the Week. Huge shout out to the Chocolate Factory. Huge shout out to King Tut doing the dirty work. doing what he has to do, and his team got the victory. 10 points, 14 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. And he was being extremely scrappy, stepping up when he needed to step up, helping out on team defense. I was paying attention to all of that because I'm extremely impressed by the Chocolate Factory. I'm really impressed by the Chocolate Factory, so I'm going to be keeping a close eye to them. And I'm also going to keep a close eye on SUNYAC Select and Not On Duty, especially since they got that game coming up. It's a very important game for both teams. Right now, they're at a tiebreaker right now, and that's the game that'll break the tie. So it's going to be interesting. We got a lot of great games coming up this week, and we're back to our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule, so please be sure to remember that. Also, subscribe to the VOH Basketball YouTube channel. Just click the link in the bio on the Never Tuck Your Town radio page or the VOH Basketball page. Just click the link in the bio, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. You'll know exactly when we're live streaming. And of course, you'll hear my voice. I'm the guy that's doing the game commentary. I try to keep it clean because I know it's a bunch of different people that may pull up, but every now and then I may slip up and curse. I want to apologize in advance. Shout out to everyone that's pulled up to the IG Live. I got it going for Never Tuck Your Town Radio. Man, this was fun, man. I did it solo dolo from state to state. Nah, I definitely had a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed the music that I played today. Huge shout out to all the artists that I played today. The majority of those artists were from Rockland County, New York, Hudson Valley, New York, and if they weren't, they were produced by producers from Hudson Valley, Rockland County, New York. So huge shout out to everyone. Please be sure to check out the VOH Play Hits playlist. That's hashtag VOH Play Hits. There's also an IG page, which I forgot to mention prior. That's at VOH Play Hits. Straightforward. Get in tune with that. Please be sure to follow my podcast page. That's the Blast Podcast, where I feature all the creatives from Hudson Valley and beyond. When I say Hudson Valley, I'm talking about from upper, mid, to lower Hudson Valley, Rockland County, Westchester County, Dutchess County, Greene County, Ulster County, Orange County. I mean, all of that is going to be featured or have been featured on the Blast Podcast. The IG page is at THABLASTPODCAST. Please be sure to follow that and get in tune, man. What else is there? What else I need to plug, man? MOR Apparel. Huge shout out to my guy Z, man. Please be sure to check out his website. Check out his IG page. That's at MOR_apparel_US. Click the link in the bio. Go to the website. Check out all the athleisure apparel and get yours right away, man. It's a complete vibe. Huge shout out to MOR Apparel on the jerseys and for not just the jerseys, the uniforms for VOH Basketball, man. I think I'm going to play a few more tunes for y'all, and I'm about to get out of here, man. Got to get back to the crib and get ready for the week. Get ready for some more VOH Basketball and, of course, prep the podcast. Oh, as a matter of fact, speaking on the podcast, I just released a visual featuring my guy, Bugs the Barber. He's an extremely talented producer out of Rockland County, New York. He's currently doing his thing with many artists out of Rockland County right now. Be on the lookout for him. He's about to start killing things. He's also a strong supporter of VOH Basketball. The only place you can find that visual is on my website. The only way you can get to the website, well, there's many ways, but one of the ways to get to my website is by clicking the link in the bio to the Blast Podcast page and select the first option that'll take you to the website. Go under the Blast Podcast tab, and you'll see the audio episodes, and underneath the audio episodes, you'll see all the visuals. A new visual coming soon featuring Slayani. That was a great conversation. Huge shout out to Marley Bees. She catered the studio session. It's a complete vibe. I'm doing my thing. I'm trying at least. But as your host of the MOR VOH Basketball Experience, a.k.a. Never Tuck Your Town Radio, I'm going to play music for another 10 minutes, and then I am getting out of here. I truly appreciate everyone that pulled up to the IG Live. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate everyone that's been listening on Radio Generation 2000, 87.9 FM. Thank you. And continue to support us. As I like to say during the live streams, we are an independent league. We are not funded by no one, not by Nike, Adidas, Puma, or any of those sneaker companies. Everything we do on our own. We own the footage. This is why you see our footage the most. You don't see anybody else's league's footage like that because technically they don't own it. They have to run it by somebody. We own our footage. Huge shout out to Insatiable Productions. I'm on the media side. The commissioner's doing his commissioner thing. MOR Apparel is taking care of the uniform. So it's a conglomerate that moves independently. So we appreciate all the support. The like button is free. The share button is free. You know what I mean? Help us get out there. Help us get into these algorithms and people could genuinely find the VOH Basketball brand and see everything that comes with it. So salute to everyone that's listening. 87.9 FM Radio Generation 2000. Thank you for listening to MOR VOH Basketball Experience, a.k.a. Never Tuck Your Town Radio. I am your host, Brother DSP. I am getting out of here. And enjoy the music that remains, man. We'll see you next Sunday. Peace.
Oh my God, don't get me started. All my life I've been broken-hearted. And I use that feeling.
Appreciate you, Bugs. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I'm about to get out of here, bro.